It's a new Metalfoes for ban list and the new link new link link brains pack. Now we don't know if we're getting in TCG yet. People are just assuming we're not, but let's wait and see. Might not. We are getting, but in some, like we're getting as like at the end of the packs, like brought over as I like to call it. So first one for our limited cards, we got to go through the Break Shadow. This is what starts your play. It's link format. This card helps you out. Can make Needle Fiber, can make Proxy Dragon, can go into one Eagle Talker, can do a lot of stuff with this card. It's very good. It does what it needs to do. That's summons 2 tokens. That's perfectly fine. And then we play one Maxi because you have to. It's to stop special summoning on. Well, it doesn't stop special summoning, but it forces them to think if they want to special summon or not, or. And you discard any time, but try and play it on the best times, not when you think you should play it. Play it on the best times. If you're playing against Magic players, for example, only time it on the special summon of the one special summon for the deck to shooting stars. Some decks don't special summon, so this card comes and uses sometimes, but it's very good. And 3 goes over. This is I don't have Ash Blossom, so I've run the budget version. So. Goes over, does the job nicely. Stops, field spells, continuing on, continuous spells, continuous strats. Anything continuous, it just takes off the field and the effect doesn't work. Yep, that's what's very good about it. And just stops play in general. Some decks hate this card. If you're playing as Metalfoes, for example, it stops them completely. Yeah, that's what makes it really good. So it's a definitely off. Now because of the new list, 3 Rescue Rabbits! Rescue Rabbits, very good, very powerful. 2 link monsters, 2 normal summon, 2 normal monsters, and then that can take up the normal summon first, so that's fine. Take up the normal summon, it's fine. But then, also, you get 2 pendulum monsters of normals, put them in the extra deck. If you've got 2 more pendulum zones, 2 more pendulum monsters, you plus them summon right back at them. Then you just make more plays from there. Then you make a fusion, then you make your Xyz, whatever you want to do with the cards. I generally summon Rescue Rabbit first, then go into the link, then I do my pendulum summon now. That's what tends to happen whenever I have Rescue Rabbit in my hand. That's sort of my general play now, which is really good. Next, it's the one Nista! Not Leicester. Pendulum Flame. Now, this is just a one-off now. This helps you out get more pendulum cards into your hand, more pendulum scales into your hand. And also it can be a tune-up, but you can use it for the link straight away. You don't have. We just run the one in Nista, but it's fine. You don't need the other ones. But what's good about this one is you can use it for links now, so it makes it really good, and it makes a really good target for an Eagle Fiber also when you want to play it. Yeah. Then we play the 3 Baboons. This is the card you always want to pop in the worst situation. This card's actually not too bad to defend on because you at least summon 2 monsters from the deck. I know it's 2 same monsters, but at least if it's got dead cards in your hand, at least you're drawing stuff. And you can actually get your hands big. So that's what's pretty good about it. Then we're playing Metalfoes wise, we're playing 2, 4. So they all have the same effect. So we're playing 2, 5, 7, 8. 10, 12. We're playing 12 Metalfoes, and the pendulum effect's all the same effect. They're all the same. The pendulum effect is basically whenever. So you can put 1 face-up card on the field, and then 1 spell and track card, or 1 cards on your side of the field, or to place 1 in your deck. Spell and track card Metalfoes from your deck. That's all it is. Volbeat's for 2 because it's a good card, it's good scale. You don't want to play in the scale. You don't want to play in the scale very often. Most of the time, you want to have it in your extra to pendulum summon right out because it's 2400. 24 when you game a lot of the time, but not always the time. A lot of the time you're summon out to just be a big stick. That's all you need for this. Next is Metalfoes Gold Driver. He's the level 4 of your deck. He can make rank 4s. He can come as pendulum. He's a link. He's also a scale you can put on the scale sometimes. And you can summon without Rescue Rabbits. So that's what's really good about him. He's 1900 too, so he's a beta also. Then we got Metalfoes Silverbird's a good card too. When you, this is more the card you want for your scale. You don't want it very often in not the main one, so but as your scale, it's very good. So you can to keep going with this. So 1700 is pretty good beat. It's not the strongest, but it could be good for links. It could be good for pendulum. It could be good for fusions because it all it makes more space. So that's what makes it good. Next is Metalfoes. And then next is Metalfoes Stin. Stin, you never want to summon this unless you have to. You just want it in your scales most of the time. I mean, it's good to link farther if you can. Link farther away, it's pretty good, but not very often you're going to link farther away. You want like the pendulum, you're going to put in the pendulum zone, so that's what makes it good. It's got pretty good defense, so it can stall for quite a bit, but not very good this format. This format's not for stalling anymore, so you want to make your board. Next, we're playing Rare Metalfoes Rhythm's very good. It does the same effect in pendulum scale, but the second effect, what's key about this card, you can play one. When this card's destroyed by all card effects, including the scales by the way. So if it's destroyed by a scale at the end phase, it'll get a search for now Metalfoes from your deck to your hand, which is very good. So you get another scale for the next turn. Next, you play two because you can. It's best to play two. I tend to find so, and because you can search out and play back your deck's fine. Then we got one. Integral Saucer. Integral Saucer is very good actually. It's very powerful. Very good card. You can play it one now because the new Metalfoes card you'll see in a bit, the new Link monster. You can come out any time, get your searches out, make more combos, the more powerful it comes. Yeah, it's just a big beast at the end of the day. You never use this second effect because we never have a chance to do that second effect, yeah. Then we got Metalfoes Sloth. Now this is another card just put on your extra deck again. You don't want this card in your hand. It's clunky in your hand. You know you can punch something out, but you'll prefer to have it in the main monster in the extra deck. Now when it's in the main monster zone, you can stop the opponent from its own extra deck, but it'll hurt you too. So be careful when you want to play this card. Time it correctly. Because this can win you games, but then can lose you games also. So this card's not always to win all cards. So, but it's good to sit on. It's good to sit on because 2250 is pretty good for level 6. Fed some right out. Then that's all the monsters we're playing in this deck. We play then our spells or traps. Then we play 2 Galaxy Cyclone. Now, you don't want to really discard it in this deck. It's a pendulum deck, and I wouldn't discard Metalfoes anyway. You never want to anyway, because it's the way the deck plays, so it doesn't matter if you play 1,000 life points anyway. That's fine. And you're balancing the card anyway. Then you're playing 4 Metalfoes targets, we are. So you're playing 1 fusion, just to cycle away also, so it can make more fusions. Also, you get a draw it, so it's really good for that reason. And then you keep resetting it, so you can keep setting up, so you don't always run out of targets. So that's really good. Quick draw's good if you're in a position when you have to make Alchemist, or you want to go for the OTK potential. It's good also. Also, with this card, it's a quick play what makes it really good. You can go for the OTK potential and win games, or distract the opponent on their turn with their monsters, and really good play. Next is Dark Hole. You only play as the 1 because it helps you out. It stops boards, destroyed boards at the end of the day, stops their board, and also the way you deck plays, you kind of, it's going first deck, so it's fine. And some of these cards flow anyway because your Metalfoes, you can sort of summon things right back out for them, which is really good. So then we got for next one 2 Doors Alliance. Just search out this. That's all. It's very good. You need it. Sometimes you need it for the scale. Just like Luster. It's really good for that reason. And you can be helpful for other good reasons. So it's a good card. You need to have your scales up first, but it's very good. Pendulum decks is the stable in Pendulum decks, so make sure you find room for that. Next we play Emergency Rescue. Very good card. Helps out your deck a lot. Now you do have to be a bit behind. You have to be less than your opponent. To be low on your opponent to ever this card. But then you can search 3 rescue. So it's busted when it goes off, but I haven't resolved it yet because it's really hard to resolve first turn. Second turn it's good result. But half the time with this card right, you want to see it first turn, and you want to and you want to. I mean, if you go in second, this card's good. So if you go in second, this card's good. But if you go in first, it's not that good. So then we play 2 Painful Precision. Painful Precision's good because it just dumps down Metalfoes to the grave, and then puts one back to you, and puts one in the hand of the same deck. So you have less copies of that card, which makes it really good. Yeah. So, and then you can only use it once per turn. That's why you don't play 3 of it. It's good, you have to see it, so that's what's good about this card. Next, we play 2 strikes, just a negation father. 1500 life points, not very much in this deck, so you don't pay very much anyway in this deck. You only pay for these 2 cards, so that's what's good about this deck. Then you play 1, then on the Metalfoes type for trap wise, you play 1 combination. This is your search for the deck, and if you fuse some of its cards alive, you apparently get now Metalfoes from the grave, but that doesn't come often very often, so you want to pop this card off. So sometimes you just will set this also, so you can combo off and get a now scale, or you'll set this always last on your turn. So that makes it good. So that's what makes it good. Then we play 3. Counters. Counters very good. Anytime you can summon Metalfoes from the deck is good. Also, this gets back pendulum scales from your extra deck to the hand, and then you can put them onto scales, which is really good. And then you have to wait a turn, but that's perfectly fine. Sometimes, right, you can get 2 or 3, and then they can fill up your whole extra deck, so all your scales for you because of putting back in your hand for you. That's really good. Now let's go on to the extra deck. 1. Crush Run Nipah Fiber! This card's very good, just gets Tuna from the deck, nice one. And then you can make loads of synchros with this deck. Also, it's this card's effect, which does come up actually. Sometimes does come up to like a synchron photon synchron from your extra deck to make a Siphon Lawmaker on opponent's turn, so they're down a card already from their on your turn, so that's good. And it's 1500, but you're never gonna leave it on the field by itself. You're gonna have to have other cards to help it out, or you're gonna have other cards to make it good. Yeah. Next is Heavy Metalfoes Rhythm. Which this card's very good. It's not like it's very explosive, this card, so it puts 1 in the scale first. So it puts 1 in the extra deck. You can take the 1 from the scale, put the other 1 back, and then put Syntagram Sorcerer, special summon that in the no extra deck, so it's pointing to it, by the way. That's what's key about it. You can summon more extra deck. Once just put the other scale, you search, put that in the extra deck. Then when you put that in the extra deck even more, then what happens is it comes and it makes search another scale, so that's good. So it makes it really good. Also, the draw effect comes up very often. The draw effect comes up because the draw effect just gives you that extra speed. Then we play Proxy Dragon just to make more links. You don't really use it very much. Other times you might use it for other links, for other zones. To make other links. You wouldn't leave on the field unless you're extended. But not very often I stem with this deck. Whatever you make with your board is usually what you make. And then we play 1 Eagle Talker, just so when we play Proxy, we can Eagle Talker Y to make for the tokens. This could be negation too. So at the end of the day, this is good negation. So if you want to end just with this and okay. With this, it's very fine too. Yeah. Next, so our Link 4s now. 2300 is pretty good anyway. Now we're looking at the new Scalder, the Train Draco Slaying. This card's lethal when it's played. This card has 4 effects. If you make with 2 abilities, you gain 3. All the ones being normal sum with this card's effect gain 300 attack points to the zone of this card. Next effect: if you make this with 3 cards, you special summon 1 card from your hand. Okay, 1 card from your hand. Next, if you make it with 4, you draw 4, and then pick 1 to keep. And this card can virtually, you could be so far ahead, you win the game when you summon this. It's crazy how good this card is. If you're not careful, I think this card will be in a ban list by the next end later. Yeah, so.
Steven's trying to sleep.
I'm near finished anyway.
Okay.
Let's go. Made. Okay. Yeah, win your games no matter what in the situation, and it can bring you back into games too. Then we play 1 Barrel. It's good at winter games. It can help you out in a lot of situations. You can win your games, and also it's a big stick, and it can also you can use the opponent monster just for links. So that's what makes it really good. Then we play all the Metalfoes versions. So we play 2 with Rhythm. Now you can play 3. I wouldn't play 3 with Rhythms now because you can just play it back in the next deck. You can just play it back when you do the effect. So that's what's good about it. So you can just put 2 back in the deck, and then it recurs 1, puts them on the field, returns 1 to the opponent's field to the hand, and then when you link, and then when it's destroyed, but when its card's been sent to the graveyard, you can get 1 out from your next deck. Like if that does come up all from the graveyard, it comes up quite often. So that's really good. It's 2600, so it's pretty good. It's easy to make. Then you got, and then that's why you play the Metalfoes cards in so many low copies, so you don't have to rely on someone. Then we play 1 Full Metal Alchemist. Alchemist is very good. You need him at 1, just to stop the just to stop problem monsters. Also, you can link away with it. Then you can pop the target for the equip, and the equip is very good. Usually the equip is quite necessary with your equip away from it. And then 1. That's all. You never need to a beast stick anyway. It's not very good as a beast stick. So. Metalfoes, Rhythm. This is good. Alcohol. He's alright. You don't make him very often. You can sample effect can come up, and when you pop him, you can get rare stuff. It's not that good, so you don't need him very much. But he's a good one-off just for another name. 1 Rhythm, 1 Forward and Synchron, just to make more synchros, just to disrupt opponents even more. No turn. Make them 1 Nista. Because it's Pendulum deck, and you can spin stuff back into the deck, then you can help out, and then you can make. And also, this card's very good, so it's trying also be so give me good. You can do the effect, but I wouldn't do the effect very often. Next, you play 1 Slide Frame Lord Omega, which is very good for this deck. It makes up for the vanishing stuff. Does the vanishing, does the put stuff back in the grave. It's very good. It gets rid of the opponent's hand and stuff like that. 1 Tornado Dragon, just to pop back throw. That's all it needs to do at the moment. So let's see. I'll keep it stable to keep it back row once per turn. It's really good. And one Bagusta, just to 1 Bagusta, and then for the links, man. Just to defend sometimes, to keep defense up, and in the worst situation, this is the best card you'll make for good defensive. Okay, that's the bet, and this is the Metalfoes, and this is attack effect doesn't come up, so that's good, but defense comes up very often, so very good card. It's a stable now. So that's Metalfoes bet for 5 for November, and post link Brains pack. So I'll see you whenever. See you next week. Bye.